Hello everybody and good morning! Good morning, good morning. And our special guest Rue's here. She heard me singing that intro song. So she's like, oh, gotta be over here. Huh? Oh baby. Do you want to tell them how far along we are this week? We are 30 weeks pregnant. So thank you for coming to our bump date update this week. How big is little man? He is approximately 16 and a half inches long, and between 3 and 3.5 pounds. He's getting pretty big. So what is that about the equivalent of? Well, is zucchini, but that can vary because, you know, zucchinis start out small and they can grow to be really big if you don't watch them in your garden. So I guess it could be the size of a zucchini every week, really. Also a chocolate box, like a little box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. A puppy, a winter squash, a summer cantaloupe, a motorcycle helmet, which is pretty fun, or a platypus without the tail. So he is getting pretty big. So what's happening with him this week? It's actually quite a bit. There's a lot going on at 30 weeks. So one thing that's happening is his lanugo, the hair that covers his entire body to help keep him warm, that is beginning to fall off because he is starting to gain fat, and that fat's keeping him warm, so the hair that's covering his body is starting to fall off. Speaking of fat, he can gain up to ½ pound each week now at this point. So until birth, he could gain up to ½ pound each week, which is a lot, and it's still a lot to go. You know, we have 10 weeks left. He could gain 5 pounds in that time. That's gonna be, he'd be a big baby. His eyes are still developing. They are open, and they're where they're supposed to be on his face, but his vision is poor right now. And that's gonna keep developing over the next few weeks. My app says that by week 34, he should have the vision be as strong as it will be at birth. So his vision is going to keep developing over the next 4 weeks. Well, over the next 10 weeks. But by week 34, it should be as strong as it's going to be at birth. At this point, most babies are going to start moving from the breech position to the head down birthing position. So last time we had an ultrasound, he was breech. So I am definitely crossing my fingers, hoping that he is going to move head down at some point. There are exercises that I can do, and you know, there's some things that the doctor might be able to do in order to shift him, but I'm hoping that he just does it naturally. So please, little man. His skin is getting smoother. He had a lot of wrinkles, but as he gains fat, his skin is gonna smooth out a little bit more. But even though his skin is getting smoother, his brain is getting wrinklier, or more wrinkly. I'm not sure which one is proper there. And that is because it's essential for brain tissue to develop, you know, for those smarts. I'm losing them, he's gaining them. Oh. His red blood cells are starting to form in his bone marrow. So, he's starting to develop his own blood cells, which is going to be crucial for when he's born. He's got to develop his own blood cells when he's out of the womb, so he's not going to just be relying on the ones that I've been creating. So that's pretty important. And this last one was really cool. I almost cried over it because I thought it was so sweet. He is now strong enough to grasp a finger. Isn't that so cute? I love it when babies grasp your finger. It's just so sweet. Anyways, that's a lot of stuff that's going on with him this week. So what is going on with me this week? I'm gonna say it's not much. I don't have any cravings. I don't have any swelling, which is really good. And little man is moving like crazy, so that's awesome. When you get into the third trimester at 28 weeks, you need to start doing kick counts, and we're definitely meeting those kick counts every day, so that's awesome. Let's see, I'm getting a lot of comments now on my belly, which I expected, but they range. It's crazy. So like, one day I got a comment saying, oh my gosh, you look so good, did you already have the baby? And then the next day I'm getting, oh my gosh, you're really popping out. So it's definitely a broad spectrum of the comments that I'm getting, but most of them are, oh my gosh, you're really showing now, but there's still a few, holy cats, did you already have the baby? And if he's really on track to gain 5 pounds in the next 10 weeks, I will definitely have a belly by the end. We had an OB appointment this week. It was really quick, in and out. They talked about my glucose test last time, said everything looked good. My white blood cell count was a little bit high on the chart, but that is normal during pregnancy because you're growing a baby, and it was not so far out of the normal range that it was worrisome, but it's normal in pregnancy to have a little bit of an elevation in your white blood cell count, something that I didn't know. We also scheduled an ultrasound for 34 weeks. We're gonna check growth and development and make sure the little man has flipped at that point. So in 4 weeks we get to have another ultrasound, which is exciting. You guys are probably thinking that I'm out of breath right now, and I am. 1, because I'm nervous, and 2, because my uterus has gotten so big that it pushes up against my lungs and it makes me short of breath, especially when I'm talking so much. So if it sounds like I'm gasping for air, I pretty much am. It happens, right? Oh, one more thing that happened at the OB appointment. Every time you go there, they measure your fundal height. So what that is, it's in centimeters. They measure from your pubic bone to the top of the uterus on your belly. They just use a measuring tape. The doctor or the midwife or whoever's seeing you can feel where the top of the uterus is. Don't ask me how. I mean, I know it's firm, but how do you discern from all those organs in there? Anyways, the number of centimeters that your fundal height should be should correlate with how many weeks you are. So at 30 weeks, our fundal height should be 30 centimeters. Well, we measured 32. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm measuring at 32 weeks or that he's an extremely large baby. It could just be because I'm carrying a bit high. But that ultrasound will also check and see how big he's actually estimated to be at the time. So we'll know a little bit more then. And maybe I'll still be at 32 in 2 more weeks. You never know. But that's something to just keep an eye on, is that we are measuring a little bit ahead of schedule. Oh, the last thing that I want to talk about, and not really about how I'm doing, but what I'm doing. In a couple of weeks, we are going to have a small family baby shower. So I've been looking online for outfits to wear. I kind of wanted to get a dress, but I might not be able to. I don't know, I haven't really found any that I like. But I wanted to bring up a point, and that is plus size maternity wear is really hard to come by. Like, I know that there's some companies, like Pink Flush offers a lot of clothing, but that we have a store up near where we are called Motherhood Maternity, which I've showed you guys a couple of things I bought from there, at least one thing that I bought from there. And when I went online to look to see what their selection was, they had 4 maternity dresses. And for the plus size category, okay? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I normally do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 maternity dresses for plus size women. When I look on their website at the 0 to 14 regular size, I don't know what you would call it, there were 95 dresses for women to choose from. So it made me a little mad, and I don't know how I'm gonna handle it yet, but four dresses, 4 options compared to 95 for someone who is not plus size. That's ridiculous, don't you think? I don't want to only have 4 options. They weren't that great options anyways. So that really, it really grinds my gears. Something Tiffany would say. She got that from Family Guy though. So yeah. So that's it for me. Lastly though, I do want to talk about a product of the week. It hasn't come in handy yet, but it's going to go into the hospital bag, and it will come in handy when we are in labor and delivery again. And Tiffany read that it's really helpful to have some socks that have grippies on the bottom in case I don't have slippers or my slippers are too hot for me, because I got the ones with wool. I can wear these socks around with the grippies and not worry about slipping and falling on the slick hospital floor. So we went to Kindred Bravely, the same place where we got the hospital gown from last week's video. And they have socks that have cute little sayings on the bottom that have little grippies on them. So we got this pair. It says, "Baby, you're worth it." That was the cutest saying that I thought suited me, but there were at least, I would say, 8 different slogans to choose from. There's different colors for each slogan. These socks are pretty thick. They're thicker than the socks that I like to wear, but being in a hospital, I'm gonna want some warmer socks. I don't want socks so thin I can spit through them, you know? So they're thick and they're warm. Plus, the most important part is they have the grippy. So this is really, really grippy. The only downfall for me personally is that these socks are white. I'm not a fan of white socks. I feel like even though the hospital is clean, their floors may not be because people are walking on them day and night. So I feel like these socks being white are gonna get a one-time use, but they will be helpful. So maybe I can get them clean, maybe I can't. We won't really know until we're there. But if I had a choice, I would prefer black socks with some sort of other color writing grippy on the bottom. But that's just my personal preference. You guys might prefer white socks, who knows. So I'm going to put a link below to Kindred Bravely's website. And if you guys are interested, they have different things. They have bras, they have underwear, they have hospital gowns, they have socks, they have tank tops. They have a bunch of stuff to choose from. They sent us a coupon code to give to you guys. So I will extend that coupon to you. It is Tiff Cari, TIFFCARI 20. So it'll give you 20% off if you want to make a purchase. This is not a sponsorship. They didn't give us any money to give you guys a coupon or anything. We don't get any kickback from it, but they just gave us a coupon in case you guys are interested in purchasing from their website. So I'll also put that information below, just because there's a lot of information in this video. You might not remember the coupon code. I probably wouldn't, but then again, pregnancy brain, right? Right. So that is everything that I have for you this week. So let's get to that baby bump. Okay guys, so what did you think of the bump this week? Like I said, I've been getting a few more comments on it, so it's definitely more noticeable to most people that it's there now. So, you know, like I say every week, I see my body every day, so it doesn't seem like it's changed a whole lot, but I know that it has, obviously. So let me know what you guys think. Is he getting bigger? Is my belly bigger than last week? I know it's sometimes it's hard to tell, but maybe the pictures will show something different. So that's all that I have for you this week. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already and you want to, subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button down there and hit the bell for notifications. And until next week, guys. Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for sharing us with your friends. Until next week, we'll catch you on the flippity.